What's going on, guys? Dead back again, here to bring you another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of Beth returning to the Walking Dead television series if this petition gets enough signers. So I'm going to read you the little article that was posted along with the petition, which was posted by Amanda T on Facebook. So yeah, let's read it. Beth Green, played by Emily Kinney, was killed off in the mid-season finale of Season 5 of The Walking Dead. Her death was far too soon, and the writers threw away a potential for a perfectly good character. Her story wasn't over. Emily Kinney and her character don't deserve this. There was so much more to be done with her character, and they choose to kill her in a disgusting, unsatisfying death that caused more anger and disappointment than shock and mourning. Beth was a symbol of hope that a lot of women could relate to and see themselves in, especially self-harmers who saw themselves as someone who overcame their suicidal or depressive feelings. By sloppily killing her, it just shows that she was used to further Daryl's storyline. We realize that the circumstances she dies are irreversible, but this is television. Anything is possible. By signing this petition, you can at least show your support for Beth. Let's show Emily Kinney how much we love her and how much we want her back. Brilliant. My thoughts. So, I disagree. I disagree with all of that. I don't think it's possible. Sorry, there's boats. I don't think it's possible to bring her back at all. The way I could see it maybe happening is if it was just like some kind of sick dream for a character or something, but that's stupid. I don't like that. So, yeah, let's just talk about this article. So, it says, and I quote, shows that she was used to further a man's storyline. That's sexist. That's not true. She was not killed off to further Daryl's storyline. That is stupid all by itself. And, you know, I don't agree with this article. I mean, you can't bring a character that was clearly shot and had her brains blown out of the back of her head. You can't bring a character back. So, oh man. She says here, and I quote again, especially self-harmers who saw her as someone who overcame their suicidal or depressive feelings. That's cool. I agree with that. But, you know, it's a zombie apocalypse. It's different from real life. I guess a lot of people considered her a role model. I don't really know, but I'm trying to remember. It was 17 and like a lot of people. Almost 17 million or something, and more, 17 million plus people signed this petition. I didn't, because I don't support this petition. I think it's very stupid. They need about 7,400 more to reach their goal. They're just trolling everywhere. It's caused huge outrage. People who are really good friends on Facebook who disagree about this article have been blocking each other. They've been sending the freaking producers of the show plastic spoons, like crate loads of plastic spoons, to show that, you know, when Beth picked up the spoon and it said Washington, D.C., for those of you that don't understand, that was foreshadowing for where they're going next in the storyline. They're going to the Alexandria safe zone in Washington, D.C. Now, that is completely true. That just because she picked it up didn't mean that Beth was going to the Alexandria safe zone. So, that was not true. I do think it was her time to go on the show. I liked her a lot as a character. She was definitely top 15, maybe? Top 15 characters. She was definitely a really good character. And it says here, and I quote, caused more anger and disappointment than shock and mourning. I disagree with that as well. I was in more shock and mourning than anything. It did not make me angry or disappointed that she died. I was like totally fine with it. I was just in shock like right when it happened, because I explained this in my review. She got shot and it's just like, what? Is that, what? Yeah, so it was just really shocking. So, I can't really explain how I feel about this article too much. It's stupid. The person who created this is possibly a troll. I don't know. So many people have supported it. Imagine when people who, you know, imagine when a character that people really care about goes, like Daryl. People will lose their shit. And it's going to be so crazy. You know, I felt, you know, I will be a little sadder about Daryl or Carl or Rick whenever their time comes, but more than Beth. But you know, it's The Walking Dead. You can't, you know, there's zombies, there's survivors. You know, people are gonna die at some point. So that's how I feel about it. It's not really anything big I wanted to talk about. It's just a little subject I wanted to touch on because I thought it was a little stupid. But you know, anyone who signs this, you're not stupid. If you want Beth back, that's great. You liked her as a character. It's a lot of a petition to support Emily Kinney. If you want to do that, just don't sign this. You know, you can buy her music, go to concerts, you know, support her, you know, if she has a YouTube or whatever, do that. Follow her on Twitter or Instagram, you know, do all that good stuff. Don't, you know, Beth is not coming back, you know, because if this gets enough signs and Scott Gimple and everyone sees it and they call Emily Kinney and like, you want to come back, she's probably going to say no, because it's like, she's like, no, that's bullshit. How could I do that? Like, and then they just spent so much money filming the last 8 episodes, which heavily revolve around grieving about Beth's death, you know, millions, you know, and that's not even including actors. Andrew Lincoln gets $9 million is it 9 million? God, that's a lot. I'm trying to think. Is it 9 million? Yeah, $9 million an episode. So, is it 9? Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep thinking it's 9,000, but no, it's not just 9,000. It's 9 million. So, $9 million an episode for one actor. Behind him is Chandler Riggs. He gets like 8 or 7 million, and then everyone else gets millions as well. The set designs, the Walker makeup, all the script writing, everyone they have to pay who writes and directs, they've spent, I'm going to go out and say a good $100 million filming the last half of this season, considering, you know, like I said, the actors and everything. So if you're going to tell them to throw that all in the trash because it was some sick dream from one of the characters or something of that nature, that's bullshit. I don't agree with that. So leave your opinions in the comment section below. If you don't like this topic, if you don't like me talking about this, you can dislike that. I don't really care, because this is stupid to me. I don't agree with this. I'm not going to sign this petition. Emily Kinney was a great character. Beth was a great character. You know, I really do enjoy Emily Kinney. I think, you know, she had different opportunities with her character that they could have gone with, which I would have personally enjoyed too, but I love what they did with her just as much. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to rant about for a little bit. I hope it doesn't offend any of you. If it does, you know, like I said, you can dislike if you want. I don't really care on this video, but if you agree with my opinion, be sure to thumb it up. Because just think logically for a second, people. In real life, if a zombie apocalypse ever happened, and the character got shot in the back of a head. Now, this is not a dream. This really happened on the show. So, they got shot in the head. There is no possible way, other than a dream, that this character could come back. And then the second half is not a dream. That's stupid. So, anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, you can dislike if you want. I don't care. Be sure to like it, though, if you do like it. Comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.